how do web visualization tools compare to traditional visualization tools?
So I think one of the big differences right now, and I'm thinking mainly of D3, which is one of the most popular toolkits, is it's basically the investment. How much time do you need to put in to make a really compelling visualization? And I think web visualization tools currently you need to put in like hours or days. And that's only really worthwhile if you're trying to reach thousands or hundreds of thousands of people. So that's it. I mean, the reason you have to put so much time in is so you just have an incredible amount of power and flexibility, which is fantastic when you're trying to tailor something really unique for a given problem. I mean, the type of visualization I do, however, like most of the time, there's only one person who sees the visualization. That's me. And I look at it for like 5 seconds and I throw it in the trash. So what I think is missing in web visualization currently is that really speedy iteration. It's really hard to get to the right visualization you want to show people. And I think, like many people, sort of when you do a web visualization, you spend some time in another traditional visualization tool, just figuring out basically what you want to show.
What should we be watching for in web data visualization?
So, I mean, I'm basically betting on web data visualization. So the next iteration of ggplot2, which is my plotting package for R, is going to be probably rendered on the web. So probably using D3. I think it's amazing. Like, it's really the browsers are competing really, really heavily on performance. They work cross-platform. They make such a nice development environment compared to something like using GDK or Qt. And then they work on the iPad. And I think that's kind of like in some ways, like a killer feature for many people, that you do a visualization for work and you can show it to your boss on the iPad, which is awesome. So there's lots of, I think there's lots of interesting things going on. D3 is really great. Kevin Linar's working on C2PO, which is a plotting library based on the grammar of graphics and enclosure that's then compiled to JavaScript and then for web visualization. So I think there's a lot of really interesting stuff going on. We'll see some really cool tools in the near future.
Switching gears a little bit and picking up on tools, what do you feel are the 2 or 3 most important data science tools?
So one thing I've kind of noticed at this conference is that I mean, there's many ways to split up data science, but one thing that I think is a useful way of thinking about it is the discovery data science versus production data science. So first of all, you've got to figure out like what is it you're actually interested in and what's useful for your company, and then you have to be able to roll it out. So I'm really, my focus is really on discovery. And so for discovery, I think R is really the best tool for the job currently, because it provides the 3 main tools that a data scientist needs: so data munging and manipulation, transformation, modeling, and visualization. And so R has many flaws, but I think currently it just has so much flexibility. There's so many add-on packages. Anything that's coming out of the statistics research, people are publishing R packages and get access to the cutting-edge stuff straight away.
So last question for you, and reversing it a little bit, what are the things that data scientists need most but they don't currently have?
So I think that again, the production and discovery are currently, like, you need fairly different tool chains. So it's not a complete dichotomy sort of thing. Like R is sort of over here, it's mostly discovery. You can sort of push it out to some extent in production. Java's all the way over here, fantastic in production, but not so great for discovery. And I think some of the talks I've seen here is that sort of, how can we make that continuum smoother? How can we make it easier for people to move from discovery to production? And we've seen things like MetaMarket's Druid and Cloudera's Impala. Like, how do we take these kind of these tools like Hadoop, which was very, very high throughput but also high latency? How do we make them low latency so we can use them for interactive discovery? So I think generally, like, sort of making that continuum smoother. I think it would be wonderful if it was possible for one language to span the whole continuum. My feeling is it's just not that possible. Again, it sort of comes back to how much time do you want to invest in infrastructure? If you're doing it just for one person, you don't want to invest any time. If you're doing it for 100 million people, you're willing to invest a lot of time setting up server farms and whatever you need.
Well, thanks for being with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.